This here is the Amara View Full Face Mask. This is a fantastic mask. Philips Respironics, you did it again. You came up with another winner. All right. So this mask has minimal contact, as you can see. It doesn't touch the bridge of the nose. Nothing touches on the forehead. You can wear glasses. You can read and wear glasses or watch TV in bed with this thing. If you're claustrophobic, it's fantastic. And it does it for people, our patients who are claustrophobic and they're mouth breathers. This is the only reason why they're using a CPAP mask, right? Because of this it's a full face mask, right? So just to show you what it is, and you see the air here, you see the opening here. This, you get air coming out from here and then from here. So let me go back to here. Right. Oops. Air enters here. Let me take this out. You understand? This sits, it just cradles under your nose and then it covers your mouth. People who open their mouth really wide when they fall asleep. Let me tell you, when I used it for a week, and for that month I was using my CPAP machine and mask. I was opening my mouth like a hippopotamus. I could not even explain why I was doing it. No matter what mask it was, I just kept opening my mouth wide and wide. This was the only mask that could keep up with my mouth open so wide. And I've had so many feedback from other patients who generally open their mouth wide. This flimsy little thing can keep up with them. Can keep a seal, right? The mask doesn't ride up and enter their mouth. So such a fantastic option. Now, it is very lightweight, right? If you have seasonal allergies and colds, you know what? This mask will work for you too, right? If you have very thick mustache or beard, then maybe not. If it's like medium thickness or very light, thin thickness, then this will do very well. Now, let me go to side sleepers. All right, side sleepers, it works well, right? But if you move a lot when you're sleeping on your side, it will leak. By the way, towards the end of this video, I want to talk to you about a number of conditions. There's probably like, I forget, eight or nine conditions there where you should not be using this mask, at least unless you talk to your doctor first, okay? Now, this comes with an extension hose, right? Very good, very flexible. In the middle of the night, this is for cleaning, really. If you put this, if you have the mask here and if you unclip it, a lot of people, what they'll end up doing is, with the mask still on their face, they walk into the bathroom, come back, and then just clip it on. This is the exhalation port, right? The exhalation vent. It comes out of here, right? It is, I don't think it's as quiet as some of the other masks. It is quiet, right? But typically when pressures are like 14 and above is where I get people complaining that, boy, this thing is really loud coming out of here. All right. Let me just go. I keep looking at my notes here. Back sleepers, you will love it. You will absolutely love it, right? This works very well. I have a lot of patients who are actually sleeping on a chair, on a recliner chair, for various medical reasons. They just cannot sleep on a bed. So they sleep on a chair. So they love this. So people who tend to sleep on a chair tend to watch a lot of TV. And this is fantastic. They end up just using this even when they're not sleeping because they find it kind of soothing, so to speak, right? Now, if you have dentures, right? If you have dentures up and bottom, and you do take them out when you fall asleep at night, I'm going to suggest you perhaps might not want to use this thing, this mask, because this is going to lean on here and here, right? And if you don't have the dentures in place, there's no firm structure for it to lean on. All right. Now, interestingly enough, this is the sizing gauge for the Amara View. So you can see by this picture, right? It measures from the tip of your nose to the back, just like this. So in this mannequin, can you see it measures a medium? See where the tip of the nose is in the white region where it says a medium. I find it very interesting that they don't measure the width of the mouth. For the average person, for an average width mouth, yeah, no, it works. It really works. And even if you smile a little bit or grin a little bit when you're sleeping, it really works. But if you know for a fact that you have a really wide mouth, right? Really wide, you really want to try it out before you pay the money and test it, okay? Just in case it doesn't clear. But for, I say, 80% of the people, it works very, very well. Now, the cushions, they come in 3 cushions. And you see, one of the beauty about this thing is using the same frame. You can use a small, medium, and large cushion onto it, right? Using the very same frame and very same headgear, and then just put it and just snap it on, right? That is really, really, really such a good thing to have, because when we measure, right, and it has happened to many people, when we measure, you might not be, even though you may measure a medium, or let's say you measure a medium, maybe the small actually works better for you, okay? Now, by the way, if you move around a bed a lot, this tends to leak a little bit more. I mentioned that earlier to you, and it's going to hit your eye, right? Let me see, now the headgear, this headgear is interesting. Oh yeah, I want to show you this. This is the quick disconnect clip. You see how I'm turning a key. Okay, and then you snap it in place. The headgear is this. Excuse me. Let me put that in. It's easy to use, right? And then just make sure this goes underneath. The headgear is good. It also has a strap, a Velcro strap on the top. Do not tighten that first. If you have to tighten, what I suggest you always tighten is the 1, 2, 3, 4, the ones here in the bottom. If you tighten the top strap, you'll push the mask going upwards. Okay, you want to use that as a last resort, really. And I want to go something here. When it comes to washing this, just mild dish detergent is fine. And oh yes, I'm gonna go back to the headgear. If you let me show you this. This is the AirFit F10 by ResMed. Okay, can you see that? It says ResMed AirFit F10. Do you see this headgear? If you're wearing a mask and has a headgear that is similar to this is something, even a few of us therapists were talking about it too. And let me back it up. Can you see this kind of headgear like this? And for any reason, and I know a very tiny population of the people have this problem. And just today at the hospital, I was working with somebody and they had the exact same issue. They were feeling pain and uncomfortable tightness here, all right, from this type of a mask. If you're using this type of a mask and you're feeling that, then I might caution you about getting a mask that's similar to this, okay? Because this headgear, even though this is a little thicker here, is very similar to this, right? So you might or you might not get the problem. So you never know unless you try, all right? Let me see. Is there anything else I need to tell you? You know what? Go get it. It's absolutely worth it. This is such a very, very good mask.